In the book of Daniel, we have Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego going into a furnace, heated 7 times, with a fourth spiritual person appearing in the fire. This is the physical, the intellectual, and the emotional nature, the 3 components of your divine anatomy, your genetic vehicle, your soul, and your spirit, being overturned by the higher Christ consciousness. So we currently, ever since I can testify to this fact with my own veracity, my own truth structure, my own truth matrix. I witnessed it with my own eyes and experienced it with my own divine anatomy. And quite literally, to the dot, at 10:33 a.m. on the 21st of this month, which was 3:33 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time in the UK, specifically the portal was Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland, Avalon, where 2 distinct timelines, and I'm giving you my utmost sincere testimony right now. I witnessed it with my own eyes. I will not divulge the facts of that witnessing because it is unique to my truth matrix. It works for me, in other words. But there are now 2 distinct timelines. One of higher vibration frequency, which is the path to the new earth, the golden path, the shortening of the way. And there is the timeline of fear, lower vibration frequency. And you have a choice. They're called choice points. I've had my choice points. You have to have the wherewithal and the awareness and the gumption and the spirit to recognize your choice points. You can't just be blasé, a prisoner of the digital matrix. You have to be actively seeking. You have a choice because all their timelines are dissolving as more light, and I can't even keep up. I don't even keep up with the Schumann resonance and all the sun flares. It's literally every day, but timelines are dissolving as more light enters our physicality. You are upgrading on your own without having to do much at all. If you're feeling to move forward, jobs, relationships, anything in your life where you're living, release them, surrender, and trust yourself, your higher self, and know that you are divinely guided and protected. Because silence is the key to quiet the mind chatter. Meditation, find the time to reflect on circumstances and reevaluate your life situations. Always stay in the heart. If you're thinking too much, learn some kind of meditation practice. All it really comes down to is paying attention to your breathing. If you can, literally, I remember trying to say I was going to count 60 breaths. And I would end up at breath number 30 or 40, sometimes breath 15, depending on the distractions, forgetting that I was counting. So, but anything that causes you to pay micro attention, because we are exactly at the point. The point was exactly at 3:33 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and the 3:33 is significant because of the arrangements of the threes. If you did them in a certain way, according to Magenta Pixie, it forms this heart. But that was what was significant about the time. But we were exactly at that point. Here for me, it was 10:33 a.m. Texas time, where the physical world, where the third dimension, harmonic universe number 1, begins to drastically change. We are in a process in order to be able to let go of everything from the old world that we cannot take with us into the new world. Yes, the divine source, all of the company of heaven, angels, Christed extraterrestrials, the divine intelligence is at work. Intelligent infinity has taken a personal interest in this ascension. That is my truth matrix. I know it within my intuition, my gnosis. I offer it to you, dear esteemed, honorable, and noble viewer. But we are at that point. We have been at that point since the 21st of June, where if you're still trying to deceive yourself or avoiding or procrastinating about changes in your life, things that are taking place in your life, trying to put them off, you need to face them straight up, accept them as the divine plan at work. Because we have now entered the time where the return of the sword of light is with us. That sword of light that is discernment. Sword of light, you know, I like swords and daggers and weapons, and I'm kind of a nerd like that, but this is poetic language. It just means your divine intuition, your discernment. But it must be as a sword of light that separates illusion from divine reality, your divine higher self reality. And we're receiving access to our divine gnosis, our higher, the process of the interference of the third dimension, the digital matrix. It is being dissolved. Literally, that's the only way, along with the illusions of the 3D world. But there is a planet-wide clearing operation that is now, as of the 21st of June, kicking into high octane overdrive, quicker and quicker, the quickening. Yes, if you want to call it that, but the quickening. And the planet in humanity, humanity that's on the path to the golden path of the new age, the new earth, cleansed, clearing, a great separation. We are high octane phase, the next phase of the clearing phase, and it's going on in the cities and the popular places where massive amounts of people are at. But every soul on earth is required to be cleared of all of the illusion. In one way or another, in your reality, you must be noticing the energies that are continuing to escalate more and more intense frequencies, these downloads, these codes of ascensional transformation, bringing in energetic assistance with creating an individual reality based on the highest alignment with unconditional love. And that is essentially the timeline split. Any of the lower frequencies, any misalignments, inner misalignments that you're trying to hold on to, any action that is not taken from the heart space, that is rooted in the decision to stay within societal norms and conditioning, will lead to your further inner misalignment and draining of the life force energy. Because that solstice that happened on the 21st was the pronounced split. And it's on. Game is on. The DNA and the light body activations and the upgrades and the massive 5D upgrades of the solar plexus and throat chakras, it brought unprecedented changes. The solstice sun has activated a major vortex of the solar plexus, healing energy, main solar plexus. Upgrades includes upgrade to the unified 5D solar plexus heart chakra. Column fifth dimensional solar plexus chakra becomes the center point of feeling, where the inner masculine energy takes an inspired action only based on the guidance of the inner feminine heart from this point forward. So we're learning our soul lessons. This evolutionary process, game is on. That's all no other way I can put it. The inner magician, the white oracle witches out there, you have to be, if you stay in your unconscious, you're going to be further drug into the underworld agenda, the dark lord masters that are looping all of this fear programming. This, if you, this, it's going to sap your inner power. It's going to take your source, and it's going to basically dissolve you. There are two timelines: the lower frequency timeline and the higher frequency timeline. And the time is of the essence. It is time to make those decisions, no longer sitting on the fence. And we have protection from the company of heaven. Yes, we do. You just set your attention to the path you will go, and everything will be open before you. But just be mindful that the game is on, that the dark forces, those dark elements that are trapped within fear consciousness, they're desperate, and they're envious. What I deal with, putting videos out and things like that, the uptick. It was quiet for a while, but now it seems like the attacks are kind of coming back. I've noticed it on a lot of other social media platforms that the sort of the dark energies and the attacks are coming towards those people that are trying to promote unity and a message of love and light. Well, they're coming for you. They're coming for the messengers. They're coming for the tribes, God's chosen tribes. And that, that doesn't mean the 144,000 and all that stuff is not meant to be an egotistical mind trip for people. I do see people that get off on that and talk about, the chosen people, the chosen ones, chosen. You choose. You are the choice. You are the chosen one. You decide, but decide now. Decide quickly, because there's one path and the other path, and they do not converge unless you choose for them to. Namaste, namaskaram.